Is my screen visible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, Hare Krishna devotees, I welcome you all to today chapter number 8 of Bhagavad Gita session. So, we are actually um, in the middle. Actually, the sessions are total session 18. And today we are we are finishing the 8th session. And today's session is also very important. Akshar Brahma Yoga, how to attain the supreme. Akshar. Shar means the thing which is not going to be destroyed. Akshar and Brahma. So there are two types of Brahma there. The one Brahma is us and one is Param Brahma. Okay. So how we can attain the Akshar Brahma, that the Param Brahma, that is the chapter name, attaining the supreme. Okay. So let's see today chapter, very important chapter today. So let's start with Guru Pranam Mantra. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manoabhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam साधवैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We pay our humble obeisances unto His lotus feet so that His teachings of Bhagavad Gita we can apply in our life. Okay, so let's start today's chapter with the summary which we have read till now. So first chapter, we have read that faith is important to understand the Bhagavad Gita, then observing the army, and then 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting. Second chapter, Gita Saramsa, importance of Guru, and Krishna is giving the knowledge about the body and soul, and then 2 dharma related to the body and soul, and at last, how to become a self-realized soul. Third chapter, Karma Yoga. So we have seen that action is better than the renunciation. Then we have seen the yoga, different types of yoga. Okay, Karma Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Then fourth chapter, we have seen the transcendental knowledge. So Krishna glorify his position. Okay, and then the process of attending the transcendental knowledge. So again, same confusion was there. Action is better or renunciation is better, which is clear in fifth chapter, Karma Sannyas Yoga. So in fifth chapter, Karma Sannyas Yoga, again it was asked which one is better, action is better or renunciation is better. So again, Krishna emphasizes that action in devotion is better than the renunciation of work. Okay. So that was the fifth chapter. Krishna gave the example of Padma Patra. Okay. Then equal vision, we have seen peace formula, we have seen in that fifth chapter. Sixth chapter, we have seen mind as a friend as well as an enemy. So when the mind is under control, mind is the best of the friend, and mind is not controlled, mind is the best of the enemy, or the worst of the enemy. You can the worst enemy. Okay, so that we can say. Then we have seen the 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Okay, that we have seen. Then success or failure, a person who fails in the yoga, what happens to that person? And then last, greatest of the yogis. So bhakti yogi is best. At the last, we have understood. And then from the 6th chapter, we have understood that bhakti yogi is best. Which yogi? Bhakti yogi. And 7th chapter, we have read that about the bhakti yoga. So what we have learned in the last chapter? Hare Krishna. Yes, we have read is hearing from him. So we have first read that what is the importance of hearing from a bona fide source. Okay, we cannot understand Lord by our direct sense perception or theories based on our direct sense perception. So the third important thing is the Sabda Praman or the Shastra Praman. That is the most perfect way to understand the Lord. Okay. So whatever that was the importance of hearing from him. So Krishna says, I am everywhere. Second part. This material energy comes from me. This all over the things, material things which you are seeing, they are energy of me, as well as the spiritual energy, the jivas are also my part only. Okay, so everywhere you can see Krishna because everything is part and parcel of Krishna. Then last third part we have seen accept or reject. So four types of people who will accept Krishna and four types of people who will reject Krishna. So four types of people. What type of people? Pious people. Pious people. They will accept Krishna. So what are those four people? Arth, Artharthi, Jigyasu, and Jnani. So we have seen different examples of these four types of people. Then we have seen the four types of people who will reject Krishna. So Mudha, okay, Naradham, Maya ya Prita Jnana, or the highly intellectual people, but their intellectual are under the Maya. And fourth type, Asurim Bhavam Ashrita, means the person who are atheistic, demoniac nature people. So these are the four people who will reject Krishna. Reject Krishna. Then fourth part we have seen about demigods. So different demigods are there, and Krishna gives and the people who are so much materially engrossed, they will approach the demigods, and then the demigod will give a benediction to them. But these benedictions are coming from the Lord only. And when a person try to engage himself in the demigod worship, Krishna still increase the faith of that person for the demigod worship. So that we have seen in the last. Okay. So this we have seen in the last chapter, 7th chapter. So now we are moving to 8th chapter, very important chapter today. Okay. So 7th chapter ended with one sloka, and that sloka was having many points. Okay. And Arjuna didn't understood that point, and or Arjuna wanted to clarify those points. So Arjuna is asking the same points again, and that is discussed in the doubt part. Okay. So Arjuna is asking a doubt. Second part we will be seeing is end of the life. How to end this life? Okay, what is the art of leaving this body? Okay, many people you will find that they are very terrified of the death. Okay, where they are very fearful of the death, but death is not the perception of death is not that. Okay, so what is that perception? How devotee perceive as the death? What is the art of leaving this body? We'll understand here. Not living, leaving this body. Third part, attaining the supreme, how we can attain the supreme. And fourth part, the devotion part. Okay. So very important chapter today, very nice chapter. Mnemonic is dead. Why? Because we are going to discuss the art of leaving the body. Dead, D-E-A-D. Okay. First part, doubts. So let's understand the doubts. So Arjuna is asking some few doubts from the sloka, 7th chapter's last sloka. So he's asking the 8 question based on that. So first question, what is Brahman? Okay, what is Brahman? Second question, what is Adhyatma? Adhyatma. Third, what is Karma? Fourth, what is Adi Bhut, Adi Deva, and Adi Yajna? So 3 things are there: Adi Bhut, Adi Deva, and Adi Yajna. Seventh, where, whoever he is, where does he presides? The Adi Yajna. Okay, where does the Adi Yajna presides? Where does the Adi Yajna lives? Okay, and 8, how can those engaged in devotional service know Krishna at the time of death? Okay, how the devotees can understand or remember Krishna at the time of death? So that is the 8th question. So these are the 8 questions asked by Arjuna. So we have summarized all the questions and Krishna's answer in one slide. Okay, so let's try to understand what are those 8 questions and what is the answer. So first question, what is Brahman? So Brahman, the indestructible soul, the soul which cannot be destroyed, is called the Brahman. Okay, and there is Param Brahman also. Param Brahman means the Supreme Lord. So one soul is there, one super soul is there. Soul is called Brahman and super soul is called Param Brahman. Okay, so that is the thing. Brahman, Param Brahman. Adhyatma. So Adhyatma means Adhya Atma. What is the Atma's nature? That is called Adhyatma. Okay, so Adhyatma simply means the soul's nature. What is the soul's nature? Soul is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Okay, soul is part and parcel of Supreme Lord. That's the soul's nature is to serve Lord. Okay, when soul is away from the Supreme Lord, It is not the nature of the soul, and soul won't be happy. Okay, so soul's nature is to connect with the supreme. That is the perfect nature of the soul. That is called soul's nature. That is the adhyatma. What is the adhyatma? Meaning of adhyatma means to serve the Lord. Okay, so that is the meaning of adhyatma. Adhyatma means to serve the Lord. Then the karma. What is the meaning of karma? Karma is nothing but reactions that forces soul to take material body again. People are taking, the soul is taking material body again and again, again and again, again and again. Why? Because of karma. Okay, so when a person comes to this material world, he become attached to this material world. Okay, any fly is there, it is coming in contact with a web of spider web. Okay, so till the time the fly is not attached to the spider web, the fly is free. Okay, when the fly come in contact with the spider web, now the spider is not free. That spider is called entangled spider. Now that fly is called entangled fly. So the fly may think that I am free, but actually the fly is not free. Okay, so same thing. When karma is there, karma is the reactions that forces soul to take material body again and again, again and again. So which type of karma we should do? So that's why Arjuna was very fearful. So Arjuna was thinking, okay, I have this body, and when this body is there, I have to do karma. And when I start doing karma, I will become attached to this material world. Okay, because then Krishna gives that there is third type of karma also is there, Arjuna, and that karma is called akarma. When we are doing work for Krishna, and for that there is no reaction. Okay, so that is the karma that forces soul to take material body again. But there is one more karma which doesn't forces the person to take material body again, and that karma is called akarma. Okay. Then adi bhuta. Adi bhuta is the material nature of prakriti, that is called adi bhuta. Okay, so it is created, maintained, and destroyed by Krishna. So adi bhuta is this material nature or the prakriti. Then adi devata, the universal form of Lord, is called adi devata. Okay, adi devata means universal form of Lord. And then adi yagya. Adi yagya means where the yagya is going, to whom these yagyas are dedicated to. So Krishna, as the super soul of all the sacrifices, bhoktaram yagya tapasha. Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer of all the yagya and tapa. Okay, so Krishna is called adi yagya. Okay, seventh question. Where does he presides? The adi yagya. So he presides in everyone's heart. Okay, so soul is there in the heart. Along with that, adi yagya, or the super soul, or Krishna, is also there as the form of Paramatma in the heart of every person. Okay, so these are 7 questions by Arjuna, but questions were 8. One more question is missing. Okay, and that is the most important question of this chapter. So let's see what is the question and what is the answer. So question was, how a devotee can remember Krishna at the end of life. So we are moving to the second part, that is end of life. Okay. How can one attain a spiritual destination at the time of death? That is the 8th question. How can we remember Krishna at the time of death? So before understanding that concept, there is one more important concept. Okay, and this concept is very important. Let's try to understand this concept. Hearing is important, but practical application is most important. Please mute all of. Okay. So thing is, hearing is important, but practical application is most important. Only then will it be possible to remember the Lord constantly. Hearing is important. All of us, we are hearing about the Lord. Okay, that is important, very important. But after hearing, we have to apply also that thing in our life. Okay, if you attend all the session, all the 18 session, or you are not applying anything in your life, then that is not going to change your life. Okay, you have to apply the teachings in your life. Just hearing, nothing will happen. Okay, okay, the thing will be changing in you. Okay, but just by hearing. But the thing is, the most important thing is applying that concept in the life. Many important concepts I have told you, and all of the most important concept was ABCD concept. Okay, association, Bhagavad Gita reading, chanting, and diet and devotion. So these were most important practical concepts I used to discuss every time. So thing is, hearing is important, but hearing won't be bringing the change unless and until you apply the things in your life. Application is most important thing. Practical application is most important. Okay. Only then will it be possible to remember the Lord constantly. We have to remember the Lord constantly. How will be able to remember him? So practical application is most important part. Okay. So that was the prerequisite. So let's try to understand how we can remember him. Smaran, Kirtan, Shravanam. Smaran means remembering the Lord. Kirtan means chanting the holy name. And Shravanam means hearing. Hearing, chanting, and remembering the Lord is the most important practical thing. We have to hear about Lord. We have to chant the Lord's name and the glorification of Lord. And we have to remember the Lord. Okay. So out of the 9, these are three things: Smaran, Kirtanam, and Shravanam. Okay. So now let's understand the question that how we can remember Krishna at the time of death, the most important question of this chapter. 8.5. So Krishna is saying, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasti yatra sansayah. Antakale cha mameva. Antakale. Ant means the last. Kale means time. The last time. That means the time of death. Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran. Smaran is remembering. Muktva kalevaram. Muktva means leaving. Leaving. Smaran means living. What living? Kalevaram. Kalevaram is the kalevar or the avaran or the body. Okay. So this body is called kalevaram or the avaran or the covering of this Atma. So Antkale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. So at the time of death, a person who remembers me, smaran, remembers me, who and leave the body, muktva kalevaram. So at the time of death, who is leaving the body and remembering me. Okay. Cha mam eva, remember me alone. Okay. So at the time of death, a person who is remembering me alone, what will happen to that person? Yah prayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra sansayah. Samsaya, there is no doubt. Yati nasti atra sansaya. There is no doubt of this fact that a person who leaves this body, remembering me alone, will attain my abode, my nature. So Arjuna was asking how a person, how a devotee can remember Krishna at the time of death, how a person can remember Krishna at the time of death. Krishna says a person who remember me at the time of death will attain my abode. So that is the first thing, that he will attain my abode. So that is the first thing. And of this, there is no doubt. Okay. So one concept is this, that we have to remember Krishna at the time of death. So that is the most important thing about the death. Okay. So actually, if you take this as if you take the death as an example or the exam, okay, death like an exam. So exam is there and there is question paper, and question paper is you have to remember Krishna at the time of death, and that exam is very important. That exam is going to decide whether we will be attaining Krishna's destination, whether we will be able to attain Krishna or not. If we pass the exam, we'll attain Krishna. If we don't pass the exam, we won't be able to attain Krishna. So that exam is very important. The most important exam of our life is the death. We have to remember Krishna at the time of death to attain his destination. Okay. If we are not able to remember, then we won't be able to attain. So the exam is very important. So one concept that is like an exam. And the thing is, and that is very important exam, the last exam of our life. And that exam is very important. So one concept is that is like exam. Then life is like a preparation. Okay. Life is like a preparation. How? So the thing is, we have to pass the exam. So when we have to pass the exam, when we know that there is exam, we have to prepare for the exam. Okay, we have to prepare for the exam. So this lifetime, the time which we have till death, is called the preparatory phase for the exam. So we have to prepare for the exam. Question paper is already out. Krishna has already given the question paper in 8.5 sloka, that we have to remember him at the time of death. If we remember, we'll attain Krishna. If we don't remember, we won't attain Krishna. So that is the paper we have. So question paper is already out. Okay. and we have the preparation phase, we have the preparation time. Okay, so if I tell you after 1 week there is a very big or very important exam is there in your life, after 7 days or 1 week, what you will do? And I'll tell you that this is the question paper, this is the list of 5 questions, it is coming in your exam, and and the exam is after 7 days. What you will do? What is the answer? What you will do if I tell you there is exam, the most important exam is there, very important exam is there, and after that is the after 7 days, and you have these 5 questions is there, what you will do? So answers are coming. Simran Mata is saying prepare from questions given, prepare well. Darshana Mata is saying start preparing, will prepare for the exam. Shraddha Mata is saying prepare for exam. Krishna, prepare. Vama Mata, try to practice whatever I know. We will prepare, start preparing immediately, prepare for the exam by focusing. Okay, any other answers? I want everyone to answer. This is like two-way question and answer session. I'm asking, please answer like that. Okay, everyone will have answer. There's nothing like a person won't have answer. Prepare according to the syllabus of the exam. Okay, any others? The other will prepare. Okay, answers there, will prepare, everyone will prepare. So the thing is, Krishna has already given the question paper to us, that the exam is there. So the concept we have understood till now is death is like an exam and this life is like a preparation. Okay, and second concept we have understood that question paper is already out, that we have to remember Krishna at the time of death. So we have to prepare that thing throughout our life. Okay, daily we have to prepare ourselves that are we able to remember Krishna or not, so that at the time of death also we can remember Krishna. So we have to prepare ourselves. So daily chanting is very important, remembering is very important. Okay, that is the first concept. Second concept, I told you that after 7 days there is exam. If I tell you that the time of death is not confirmed, if I tell you the time of exam is not confirmed, maybe tomorrow morning there can be exam. Okay, maybe after 7 days there may be exam. Okay, maybe after 10 days there is exam. Okay, suddenly anything can happen. Okay, I remember one of the devotee of Guru Maharaj was saying that Guru Maharaj went to some place, okay, and he was giving this lecture only, okay, that we have to prepare, we have to keep ourselves always ready, and next day he has a stroke. Okay, he has a stroke. So life is very unpredictable. Maybe something will happen to us. So we don't know when the exam will happen. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe after 7 days, maybe after 24 days, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 10 years, maybe after 20 years. We don't know. Okay, maybe we have 1 hour, maybe we have 10 hours. We don't know. So the best thing is to prepare from now, because life is very unpredictable. We don't know what will happen next day. Okay, so thing is we have to prepare, but preparation should start when that answer comes from this point that death is not fixed. Okay, no one knows when the death will come to that person or any person. So the preparation should also start from we should start preparing from now only and rigorously. Okay, rigorously we should start preparing, and from now only. So that is the second point. Okay, now the third point. Okay. So death is a very painful process. Death is not like a very simple process. Death is like a person is leaving all the material attachment, the soul is being dragged from the body, and it is very painful. It is said in the Shastra that at least 40,000 scorpions are biting a person at the same time. That is the pain a person will have at the time of death. So it is actually a very painful process. Okay, so it is not easy to remember Krishna at the time of death. It is actually very difficult. Okay, and the question paper is difficult, and we have the time, so we have to remember Krishna every time so that we can excel. Okay, now if the question paper is difficult, if the exam is very difficult, who wants to appear the exam directly? No one. They want okay, some like pre-exams will be there, should be there, like small exams should be there, so that We can test ourselves that are we preparing in the correct way or not. What you want? You want to appear in the exam directly, or you want small testings? What you want? What will be the best? Directly appearing the exam, or should we test ourselves before the exam, or you want small exams also in your small exams also in your life, so that you can test yourself that are you going in correct way or not. So what you want? Direct appear in the exam, or small tests also before the exam? Demo small tests are better, yes. Practice, revise, test the exam. Tests, regular test, pre-board test, yes. Pre-board test. So before appearing the board, we need to have pre-board test. Okay. So that every person wants that. No one wants to appear directly. So small tests are best. So Lord is very merciful. Okay. Lord knows that we want small test. So Lord is giving us small test at a regular interval. And these are the problems which are facing in our life. Sometimes bigger problems, sometimes smaller problems. So there will be problem. This material world is full of problem, and we will be having problem. But what is that problem? The problem is but the problem is just a testing phase for ourselves. Okay. And it will be very realistic. The problems will be very realistic. No one will tell you that these are problems. The problems will be very realistic. Okay. And you have to test at those problems that are we remembering Krishna at these times or not? Are we able to remember Krishna at these times or not? Okay. So that is the main aim of the problems in our life. And devotees take this problem as testing phase. Okay, are we remembering Krishna these problems or not? Or are we getting bewildered? Okay, some people may say, every problem is coming to me. Why the Lord is very envious to me? Okay, it is not like that. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, we should take the small problems or the bigger problem in our life as a tasting phase, and we should test ourselves. Are we remembering Krishna at these times or not? Okay, so that is the different perspective of death we have understood till now. So we have an example of Azamila. So before that, we'll take this sloka. Okay. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajate antakalevaram tam tam evati kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajate antakalevaram. Tyajate antakalevaram. Kalevara, I already told you, ante means last time, tyajate means leaving. Tam tam evati kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quit his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. So this is the law of transmigration. Whatever consciousness we have at the time of death will attain next body according to that. A person who is remembering Krishna at the time of death, he will attain Krishna next life. Okay. A person who is remembering the deer, he will have the body of the deer like that. Okay. So the thing is, whatever consciousness we have at the time of death, we'll remember, will have the body according to that. A person who is too much attached, so the next point will be that. So the thing is, during the time of death, what our consciousness will be? Our consciousness will be the same, which the consciousness which we have a whole life. Okay, the consciousness which we are making, the consciousness which we are accumulating whole life, that consciousness will be there at the time of death, and that consciousness will remember, will decide the next body. And it's like a moment. It is not like that you are consciously remembering. Okay, I have to remember a lot, remember a lot. It is like a moment. One moment, what you remember, that is the body you got in the next life. A person who is devotee, he will be remembering always Krishna. So whether 1 moment, 2 moment, or 10 moment, it is not a problem for the devotee, because he is remembering always Krishna. Okay. So so the thing is, what you will remember, that is the problem. Okay. And it is like 1 moment. If I tell you that in 24 hours you are going to die, you have to remember every moment Krishna. It is impossible unless and until you have remembered Krishna, you are practicing remembering Krishna whole life. Okay. So that is the importance of remembering Krishna whole life, so that you can remember Krishna always, and death is not decided to any person. 1 moment and death is there. Okay. Like that. So what body we get? We get according to our consciousness, which we have in the during the time of death. Okay. Just few days before, one of the very senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada, he left the body. His name is His Holiness Kadamba Kaman Swami Maharaj. Okay, so when he was leaving the body, he's that's the example. See the examples how the senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada is giving up the example of this living Bhagavad Gita. So they are like living Bhagavad Gita to us. They are showing us the example. So when he was leaving the body, okay, so he was surrounded by the devotees. Okay, he was very weak. He was suffering from colonic cancer and he was becoming very, very weak, very, very weak. And it was known that he is going to die after some days. Okay, so and during that time also he was chanting. Even he was not able to speak, he was chanting. Okay, so chanting, he was regularly chanting on that time also. Okay, and during the time of leaving, it was like everyone was doing kirtan around him. Okay, and he was listening to the kirtan, he was listening to his favorite kirtan, he was surrounded by the devotee, he was remembering the Lord at that time. Okay, he was chanting the Lord's name, he was hearing the Lord's name everywhere. The environment was a Lord's environment. Everyone was thinking about Krishna, and that way he left the body. That is the live example we are getting from the disciplic succession. Okay, the Guru Maharaj, the senior disciples which are there of Guru Srila Prabhupada, they're teaching such a live example, how to leave this body. Okay, so that example I remembered because this is very fresh. We are seeing the live example of this. Okay, so that is the thing. So there is no doubt that he will be attending. So when he was being asked about the death at the time, that he told that that is nothing but a change of service. Okay, I am serving here Krishna. After the new body or the next body, I will be serving Krishna with more responsibility. Okay, so he told that is nothing but a change of the change of the services only. Okay, here I am serving in this material body, serving Krishna. Okay, after death, I will be serving Krishna with different bodies. So that is nothing but just a change of body. So that is the live example we get from the devotees. Okay, it is not like that people are only telling. People are just they're showing us by their live example. Okay, the senior disciples are showing us how to leave this body. Okay, so that was the live examples we got just few days back. Okay. He told, I do not have any fear. Okay, after death, I do not have any fear. Death is nothing but the change of service. Okay, change of service. That is the way he was thinking. Okay, so we have one story now that is called The Second Chance. We are going to hear this story and understand the fact. Okay. So this is the story of Ajamila. Okay, the second chance. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, and there is separate book also. The book's name is The Second Chance, where the story is very nicely represented. And what is the conversation between the Yamaduta and Vishnuduta? It was written. Okay, so let's hear the story and try to understand. So this is the story of Ajamila. So Ajamila was a very nice devotee, very young devotee. In his younghood, he was a very nice devotee. He used to live near Kanpur, and in those days. Near Kanpur, one place was there. So he used to live there, and he was a very nice devotee. He was dedicated to Lord's service. Okay, so once he went in his youthhood only. He went to jungle for picking the flowers for the worshipping of the Lord. Okay, so while he was returning from the jungle, he saw a very compromising situation. Okay, he saw a prostitute is there, and there is one man and a prostitute. They are in compromising situation. They are kissing, they are hugging. Okay, so when he saw this, he got bewildered. Okay, he got bewildered. Let me see again what is happening. So his mind got attached to that thing only. Okay, so one compromising situation came to his life and his mind got attached to that. He came back to his home, but his mind was still attached to that same thing about the prostitute. Okay, so he went. So he went and found the prostitute, and then he was so much attached that he bought the prostitute at home. Okay, he bought the prostitute at home, and he started living with the prostitute. Okay, so he was already married person. His wife, his father, mother, everyone wanted to stop him, but he left everyone. He left his father, mother, his wife, his children, okay, and he started living with the prostitute. But prostitutes' demands were very high. So to fulfill those demands, he started doing many works, many, and he started sinful works also. He started looting people. He started stealing the things, looting people, killing people. Those things also he started, okay, because the association was very bad, and the demands of prostitutes were very high. And the person become very lusty. Ajamila become very lusty, and he has 8 children with the prostitute. Okay, and you can understand this fact that when he was 88 years old, at the time of death, his youngest son was 4-year old. 88-year-old and 4-year-old. Okay, so he used to be very attached with the youngest son, and luckily his youngest son's name was Narayan. Okay, so at the age of 88 years, his time of death came. Okay, so Yamaduta came to took him because he was very sinful. He did very sinful activities. Okay, so Yamduta came to take him, the soul, to the Yamraj. Okay, so you can see here the the face of Yamduta is very scary, very dangerous looking face was there. And when they appeared in front of Ajamila, Ajamila was very scared. Okay, and when he was scared, when he saw the scary faces, dangerous faces, he at once shouted, Narayana. Okay, so he shouted Narayana. Okay, so about his son, his younger son. And next moment he shouted Narayana, the Narayan Duta also came because he was devotee of Lord. Okay, and he chanted the Lord of Narayana. So Lord has given him the benefit of doubt. Okay, so Vishnu Duta also came, appeared in the scene, and they stopped the Yamduta. Okay, you cannot take this person. This person is Lord's devotee. Okay, so now the Yamduta are saying, no, this person is very sinful. So now there is conversation between them that wow, why this person should be taken away because he has done these things, bad things. Vishnu Duta are saying, no, these good things he has done, and there is conversation. What is dharma? What a person should do? What a person should do in his lifetime so that Yamduta won't appear to him. Okay, those things discussion is there. And very nice discussion. And when you read the book, The Second Chance, you understand how nice this conversation is there. Okay, that is the very nice conversation. I will encourage every person to buy this book and read this book. Okay, so it will change your perspective of thought, what we should do, what we should not do. So that is the conversation between them. And finally, the conclusion came that Yamduta won't be taking that person. Vishnu Duta also, they also left. So both left. Okay, and when Ajamila was hearing all this conversation, and then when all of them left, he at once left his home. Okay, what I am doing? I am wasting my life. I have wasted so many years. Okay, my life is totally become sinful. So at once he left and he went to Haridwar. From Kanpur to Haridwar, he left. He started taking bath in Ganga. He started associating with the devotee. He started full-time devotional services started. And after 12 years, his death, the second time of death, the second death came. Okay, the original death time. And at that time, only Vishnu Duta came and took him to the Vishnu Loka. Okay, so that is the second chance. Okay, so we have read one sloka, Neha vikarmana sosti prattavayo na vidyate. When we do a devotional service, even small amount of devotional service there, it will protect us from the greatest type of fear. And there is no loss, no diminution in the path of devotion. Ajamila was a very nice devotee at the time of early time when he didn't met the prostitute. Okay, so his account of devotional service was there. Okay, and that helped him. Okay, so that is the second chance. Okay, so that is the second chance. So you see, one compromising situation came to Ajamila's life and his whole life got destroyed. Okay, one compromising situation, and that situation is present nowadays everywhere. You come out of your house, there will be a situation. Posters are there, videos are there. If you go cinema hall 3 hours, every time there will be that situation only. That thing only will be shown. Okay, so anywhere you go, the outside posters will be there. People will. The thing is, one situation changed Ajamila's life, and that situation is everywhere now in Kali Yuga. So it is very dangerous Yuga. Okay, so that's why The most powerful thing is required in this yoga, and that is the chanting. Okay, and it is very important to associate with the devotees. Okay, associate. When we are coming down, devotee will pick up. They won't go us. They won't let us go down. Okay, devotees. So association of the likely minded devotees are very important. This is very important thing. Okay, any person's devotion life start with the devotees association. A person who associate with the devotee, his life devotional life start from there. Okay, so devotee association is very important. Okay, so already I told you ABCD, and every point of that is very important. I cannot stress more and more about that, but I can tell that every point ABCD, all 4 points are very important. Okay. So we have read this sloka. So now, how to remember Krishna? So we have already have this Bharat Maharaj story. Bharat Maharaj became deer in the next life. How? He was remembering deer at the time of death. Okay, he was so much attached to the deer, he became deer in the next life. So how to remember Krishna? Practice sadhana throughout life and live a pure life. Okay, these 2 points are very important. Practice sadhana throughout life. What is the sadhana? Okay, so most important the chanting. Most important is the chanting. Okay, so that is the thing. Practice sadhana throughout the life and live a pure life. That is also very important. This Kali Yuga, when Parikshit Maharaj was there, and his realm was there. So at the time only Kali Yuga appeared to this world. Okay, and he appeared in form of a king. Okay, and he was hitting the leg of the bull. Bull means dharma. Okay, bull means dharma. So Parikshit Maharaj was very angry on that Kali Yuga. He wanted to punish him, but Kali Yuga took shelter. No, I don't. I am your praja. Please forgive me. Okay, but I have taken birth. I have to live somewhere. So Parikshit Maharaj told, you have to live in 4 places. What are those 4 places? The where there is intoxication, where there is meat eating, where there is gambling, and where there is illicit relationship with the females. Okay, so these are the 4 places there you can live. Okay, so to live a pure life means to avoid these 4 things. Okay, to avoid these 4 things. So in the first way, it will be very difficult to avoid. So better start with first part, that is practice sadhana throughout life, start chanting, and then gradually we'll see that your life is becoming purified, because chanting process itself is purifying. Okay. So the consciousness, if a person consciousness of exposure is there, he's thinking about exposure, his life, next life. Okay, God is thinking, okay, you want to expose this human form of life is not good for you, become a tree. You expose throughout your life. Okay. Sleeping, a person he's fond of sleeping, he loves sleeping, always sleeping. In 24 hours he is sleeping 16 hours. Okay, Lord is thinking, okay, this human form of life is more made for self-realization, so you get a better form of life to sleep. You become a beer. Okay, slumber. Deer. So this person loves to eat meat. Okay, this human form of life is not meant to eat meat. Better get a body of a tiger, so that you can eat very nicely. You will have, no one is going to stop you. You can eat meat very nicely. Okay. 4th part, this person is doing the dirty things. Okay, the deceiving other people. Okay, the things which a person should not do. Okay, this human form of life is not meant for you then. Okay, so you get a body of a pig. Okay, so that you can do the things which is not meant for at least human form. Okay, so no one is going to stop you. So that is the thing. So whatever consciousness we have at the time of death, according to that we get body next life. Okay. So Arjuna started thinking, it is better for me to quit this world. Arjuna thinking, Krishna, you are there in front of me. I am listening from you the Bhagavad Gita. It is the best time for me to leave this world. Okay, so Arjuna is thinking like that. Krishna told, no. No, it is not like that. Tashma sarveshu kaleshu mamanushmara yuddhicha mai arpito mano buddhir mam e vaishasya sanshayah. Tashma sarveshu kaleshu. Every time, sarveshu kaleshu, 24/7. Mam anushmara yuddhicha. Mam anushmara, remember me. Yuddh, and do the yuddha. So remember me as well as do your duty. Both you have to do. When? Every time. Sarveshu kaleshu. It is not like that. Leave the world. Not like that. Okay. Sarveshu kaleshu. Always remember me and do your duty. Okay. So that is the thing. Both are important. Not all, okay. I'll leave this world. I will go to Himalaya and always only I will remember you. Anushmara only. No. Okay. I'll be like a materialistic person. I will be so much engaged in material activity and I won't remember you. Not like that. Both are important. Anushmara and Yuddha. Okay. Both are important. So always remember me and do your duty like that. Okay. Maya arpito mano buddhe mame vaishashya sanshaya. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry your prescribed duty of fighting. Remember me and fight. Okay. Or do your prescribed duty. With your activity dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without a doubt. Your mind and intelligence fixed on me in this way, you will attain me and there is no doubt of it. Okay. Very important sloka. So always think of me and we can think of him, Krishna, in the form of Krishna. Okay. Mahamantra is there. Every word is mantra only, name only. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so that is the thing. Begin your devotional services in the childhood itself. So give the opportunity to your child that they should be doing the devotional service from that very early age only. You can see Srila Prabhupada. Okay, the fruit, the seed of devotion was sown to him from his father only. Okay, and he was engaging the every gully boy or his friend in the worshipping of Lord. Okay, so that is the thing. Practice bhakti yoga. Abhyas yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina aparam purusham divyam yati parthanu chintayan. He who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged, undeviated from the path, he, O Pritha, is sure to reach me. Do your duty as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. These are the division based on your duty. So as the divisions based on the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, do your duty according to that and always remember me. Constantly engage in remembering me. Abhyas yoga yuktena. Okay. Abhyas yoga yuktena. Chetasa nanyagamina. So the thing is, do your duty and always remember me. That is the thing. If you do this, you will attain me without doubt. So attaining the Supreme we are reading. No? So Abhyas Yoga Yuktena. This is Ratnakar Daku. Very nice example. Ratnakar Daku is becoming Valmiki. Ratnakar Daku is very dangerous dacoit. Okay, he will kill the people in the jungle. And he was the most sinful person, the Naradham, you can say Naradham, the lowest of the men of the Ratnakar Daku. The people will fear him very much. Okay. And when he met Narad Muni, he was transformed to Valmiki. Okay. How? By devotion towards the love, the name of the Lord's name, the devotion towards Lord's name. He was chanting Ram, 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 Ram in the jungle. And he started chanting Mara, Mara, Mara because he was not knowing the name also. So he was chanting Mara, 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 but with devotion and love. Okay. And that person, he changed to Valmiki, the greatest Rishi at that time. And he has written the Ramayana. Okay. The Ramayana. You see the transformation. A sinful person, the most sinful person, and he changed to most learned person. Okay. So that is the thing. Many people may think that I have done so many sinful activity. What to do now? The thing is, the never is the late. You should start doing the chanting now only. Okay, never is the late. Okay, so the thing is that, and that is the power of the name. Okay, that is the power in the name of the Lord. But just by chanting with devotion, that person can be transformed. Okay, Ram, Ram, Ram. He was taking the Lord's Ram's name, and he was transformed to Valmiki. So how to attain the love? So this is the example of Bhishma Dev. Okay, Bhishma Dev was there in the Mrityu Shayya, or the stage of his the bed of his death. Okay, and he was having perfect death. He's surrounded by Krishna. He was surrounded by the Pandavas, the greatest devotee. Okay, and he was seeing Krishna. He was glorifying Krishna, and that death he met, just like Kadamba Kanan Swami Maharaj. Okay, he was surrounded by the devotees. Devotees were chanting their favorite kirtan of the Lord. He was remembering the Lord. He was chanting the Lord's name. Everywhere the environment was full of devotion. And he left the body at that time, same as the Bhishma Dev. Many people may think that it was possible at that age. Now it is not possible, but we have live example now. Okay, we are seeing the live example now how devotees leave the body. Okay, so how to attain the love? The Lord Anushmara. One must always remember Krishna 24/7. Anushmara. Sarveshu Kaleshu. Always 24/7. And Abhyasa by simply fixing the mind on Krishna and chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So simply fix your mind in Krishna and chant the Lord's name. Abhyas and Anushmara. So third part, attaining the Supreme. How to cultivate this? This is a very nice sloka, 8.9 sloka, how to cultivate this, how we can remember Krishna in what form. So we are knowing about the Krishna's qualities to remember him. Okay. So this sloka is very nice sloka. You see how nicely qualities of Krishna described in such a small, very nicely described. So let's see and understand. Kavim Puranam Anushashitaram Anoraniyam Sham Anushmaredyah Sarvasya Dhataram Achintarupam Aditya Varanam Tamasa Parastat. Kavim Puranam Anushashitaram. See the words. Kavim, a person who knows everything. Kavi. Okay. Puranam, a person who is oldest of the oldest, Puranam. So Krishna is the oldest of the oldest. Krishna knows everything. Kavim. Anushashitaram. Anushashitaram means a person who is controlling everyone. Anushashitaram. Everything, everyone. Krishna is the controller of everything, everyone. Kavim Puranam Anushashitaram. Anor Aniyam. Anu. He is smaller than the Anu. Anor Aniyam. It is so Krishna is small, even smaller than the smallest. Anu. Some Anushmaredya. Okay, we should remember Krishna in that form. Anoraniyam, Kavim Puranam, Anushashitaram. Then Sarvasya Dhataram. Sarvas means everyone, not only human being, not only Hindus. Okay, Sarvasya Dhataram. He is the maintainer. Dhatara means maintainer. So he is the maintainer of everyone, not only human beings, even chickens, even other things also. Okay, or the any animals. Sarvasya Dhataram. Then Achintya. Sarvasya Dhataram means even the big planetary systems are there in the space. Who is maintaining them? Krishna is maintaining them. Okay. So Krishna is maintainer of everything, whether human living in material things, planetary system. Okay. Everything is maintained by Krishna. Sarvasya Dhataram. Sarvasya means everything. Achintya. Achintya word. See the words, how this word is placed. Achintya. Achintya means a person who is inconceivable. We cannot think about which is beyond our material conception, beyond our mental speculation. That person is Krishna. How? You see this word? Anur Aniyam. He is smaller than the smallest. And then next he says, Sarvasya Dhataram. He is even maintaining the planetary systems. He is smaller than the smallest. He is smaller than even the Anu also, or the atoms also. And he is maintaining the biggest of the planetary systems also. How it can be possible? With material concepts and with mental conceptions, we cannot understand that. Achintya. That's why his quality is Achintya. We cannot think about him with our material conceptions, our material mind. Okay. Rupam. That's why he has a Rupa also. Rupa also. So if Achintya is there, we cannot think about him also. There is Rupa also. His Rupa, personal form also. So you see this personal form? It is described in Brahma Samhita how nicely Krishna's form is described, said that Krishna's varna or Krishna's color is just like a sky color. Sky color. Okay, his eyes are like petal, his lips are like petal, his face is like petal, his foot are like lotus feet. Okay, the petal of the lotus flower. His navel is like lotus flower. So that is the description of Krishna. He's having Vamsi. Vamsi means the Bansuri. Okay, he is always having the Bansi. He is having Mayur Pankha. He is wearing the yellow color clothes, Pitambar. That is called Pitambar. He wears the Pitambar. He is surrounded by the devotees. Okay. So that is the That is the description of Krishna we get. So that is Rupam. Krishna has Rupa also, Achintya. And then Rupam. There is Rupa also of Krishna. Aditya Varnam. His effulgence is like Aditya or the sun. Okay, he's luminous like sun. The glow is like sun is glowing. Okay, that is the Varna. Aditya Varnam. That is the glow of Krishna. Tamsha Parastad. So in this way we should cultivate this the remembering of Krishna. One should meditate upon Supreme Personality of Godhead as one who knows everything, Kavim, one who is oldest, Puranam, one who is controller, Anushashitaram, one is smaller than the smallest, Anor Aniyam, who is maintainer of everything, Sarvasya Dhataram, who is beyond all material conception and who is inconceivable, Achintya, who is always a person, Rupam, he has personal Roop. He is luminous like a sun, Aditya Varnam, and he is transcendental beyond his material nature. Okay, so that is the way we should remember Krishna. How nicely Krishna's qualities is described in one sloka. Okay, that is the beauty of these sloka of the Bhakti Yoga chapters. You see one more very important sloka, that Krishna is very difficult to achieve, but Krishna is very easy to achieve also. And what is the formula to easily achieve Krishna? Everyone wants to achieve Krishna now. After learning all those things, everyone wants to achieve Krishna. And Krishna says, I am very easy to attain. Okay, what is the price we should pay to Krishna? So Bhakti Yoga purchases Krishna. So Bhakti purchases Krishna. We can purchase Krishna through the Bhakti. Okay, so you see, Ananya Chetasa Satatam Yomam Smrati Nityasaha Tasyaham Sulabha Patha Nitya Yuktasya Yoginaha. Ananya Chetasa Satatam. Ananya means not deviating, only one. Chetasa means the Chetana, means the mind. So always fixing the mind on Krishna. Satatam, Satatam, very important word. Satatam means always, 24/7. Yomam Smrati Nityasa. Nitya. Nitya means always, eternally, always, every time. Remembering Krishna. Ananya Chetasa Satatam Yomam Smrati Nityasaha Tasyaham Sulabha Partha. Sulabha. I am very easy. Tasyaham, for that person, I am very easy to attain Partha. Sulabha, I am very easy for the person who is 24/7 remembering me. Ananya Chetasa, with non-deviating, without deviation. A person who is remembering me, I am very easy to attain. Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. Again the word Nitya. So see the beauty of the sloka. One word is emphasized, one concept is emphasized, that is always we should remember Krishna. Satatam, Nityasa, Nitya. These words, one sloka, 3 times this same word repeated. Satatam, Nityasa, Nitya. Okay. And if we are having this conception, Nityata, Satatam, Krishna is very sulabh, very easy to attain. So the price to attain Krishna is this. Okay. And it is very easy for them to attain Krishna who are always engaged in devotion of Krishna. So for one who always remember me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pritha, because of its constant engagement in devotional service. A person who is engaged in devotional service, always 24/7, Satatam, Nitya, Nitya. Krishna is very easy to obtain. So that quality we should encourage in ourselves. We should imbibe in ourselves that we have to remember Krishna. How? A, B, C, D. Okay. So that is the formula to start our devotional life. So Ananya Bhakti, without deviation, without adding anything. Ananya. Sulabha, very easy to obtain. Satatam, always 24/7. Okay. So that is the okay. Material world, now material world about Krishna is speaking about the material world is a place of misery. Okay. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartino arjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punar janmana vidyate. This sloka, when you read, you will see that how nectarian these slokas are. Very nicely written. Mam upetya tu kaunteya punar janmana vidyate. Mam upetya. Upetya means one who attained me. Mam upetya tu kaunteya punar janmana vidyate. He won't take punar janma again. A person who attained me, he won't take Punarjanma. But before that, there is one more line. A Brahma Bhuvana Loka. A Brahma, up to Brahma Loka. Up to Brahma Loka. Punar Avartino Arjuna. The person is a place of, so the thing is, up to Brahma Loka, it is a place of misery. So even the Brahma Loka, Brahma, I already told you last class, the Brahmaji is in Jiva Tattva. Okay, so up to Brahma Loka, the Jiva Tattva is there. Okay, so from the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest. So highest is the Brahma Loka. Okay, down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. So even up to the Brahmaloka, Swarga come in between. Okay, so Brahmaloka is there, in between Swargaloka is there, and below is the Arthaloka is there, and below are 14 more, total more 7 planets are more there. Total 14 planetary systems are there. So all the 14 planetary systems are a place of misery. Misery. Okay, so Krishna declares all are the places of misery where repeated birth and death take place, and there is repeated birth and death. Okay, but there is one more loka. What is that loka? One who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Mamu petya tu panteya. A person who attains me, punar janmana vidyate, he won't take punar janma. Okay, up to Brahma Loka, there is place of misery and repeated birth and death will happen. But a person who attains me, he won't come to this material world again. Then the last is devotion. A person who accepts the part of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerity, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activity. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. It is not like that the person who is doing devotion, he won't have the benefit of doing sacrifices, austerity, charity, philosophical, these things. No, a person who is engaged in devotional service, he will have the fruit. He will have the he attains all the results of all these activities. Okay, so it is very, very nice to do the devotional service. That is it. That's it. Okay. So now there is glimpse of the Goloka chart is there. Okay, so many people ask why this material world is being created, why we are here. So I'm going to answer this question through this Goloka chart. I'm not going to declare in detailed discussion of Goloka chart in this class, because we already have 8 p.m. We have crossed. So on the 10th or the day after tomorrow, we'll discuss the Goloka chart in detail, because it will take time to understand the Goloka chart. Okay, so I'll tell you one basic thing and why this material world is being created. We'll understand that. Okay, so the very important concept is coming. So let's understand the concept, why this material world is being created and why we are here. Okay, so you see, this is the Goloka chart. So actually the Goloka chart or the full world is very big. Okay, and there is material world as well as spiritual world. Okay, so material world is depicted in this side, the lowest part. Okay, this is the material world, and a spiritual world is there. Okay, these are the spiritual world depictions are there. So you see, this world is very big, and this material world just a very small part. This is called Devi Dham, or the Dham of Durga Devi, or the Maya Devi. Durga Devi, Maya Devi, same. So this is called the Dham of Durga Devi or Maya Devi. Okay, so that is the one part, Devi Dham. Okay, so that comprise 3/4 part of all creation. Okay, and this spiritual world comprises, no, this is 1/4 part. Okay, wrongly, 1/4 part, and 3/4 part is the spiritual world. So the spiritual world is 3/4 part, and this material world is just 1/4 part. So this material world is very small, and you will understand that in this material 1/4 part there is many loka. When we understand the Goloka chart, okay, many loka, and of that loka we are there in the very small part, that is Earth. Okay, so actually there is very big. So even after material world, there is big creation is left, and that is called Goloka, and that is called the spiritual world. And the spiritual world is way bigger than the material world. Okay, so what is the concept? Why this material world is being made? Okay, so actually the Lord is a master planner. Okay, Lord is master planner. So if you see a great city, in a great city, there will be the residential quarters will be there. There will be offices will be there. There will be playhouses will be there. There's so many things will be there, and recreation houses will be there. Everything will be there in the city. But there is one more necessary thing that is there in the city, and that is called prison house. So in the side of the city, there will be prison house. Why this prison house is being made? Prison house is being made for a person who are not accepting the law of the government, and the government will put those people in the prison house, so that the reformation of thought can happen. They can be reformed. The people can be reformed. Okay, and that is a necessary part. The prison house is a necessary part. Okay, we cannot say that okay, the prisoners are also the part of the city only, and they have only elected the prime minister of the city. Okay, why this prison house is being made? Okay, the government is only making. Why? So that the people who need reformation of thought, the people who need reformation can be put in the prison house, so that they can be they can have the they can go through the prison house, and their thoughts can be reformed. Okay, so that is the concept of the prison house. Similar way, Lord is also master planner. Okay, it is not like that full everything is very nice, very nice. Okay, so many people will be there who don't want to be under Krishna. So this world is under Krishna. Okay, so they don't want, okay, I don't want to be under Krishna. I don't want to be told that you are Krishna's son. Okay, you are your father is Krishna. I want my own kingdom. Okay, I want my own name. Okay, just like a billionaire is there and his son will be there. Every person will be telling, okay, you are the son of that person. You are the son of that person. The son is very irritated. He wants that I am also capable. I will make my kingdom. So he will leave his billionaire father's house and he will go to the footpath and he will be suffering there. Okay, so that is the thing. Same thing. So the thing is, the people who need reformation of thought, the people who wants to enjoy independently from the Lord puts them in the prison house. Okay, so that reformation of thought can happen, and it is a necessary part. And the Devi Dham, or this is called Devi Dham, or Maya Devi is in charge here. Okay, and Maya Devi keeps the person in illusion. Okay, so that he will think that I am enjoying, but actually the person is not enjoying. The place is of misery. So this is not a very good place. This is a prison house. So this material world is just like a prison house. And we are put here to understand the fact that away from the Lord, we cannot enjoy. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the concept in the material world. So the final part, Lord is a God. Krishna is a God, and he's a person. He has a personal form, and he has a Shyam Sundar form, and we should meditate on that form. This form I have already described. This forms come from Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Savita, Mukunda Mahala Shrota. Okay, so many places Krishna's form is described. Okay, the personal form of Krishna is like this. So we'll summarize today's chapter. So the chapter name is Attaining the Supreme, Akshar Brahma Yoga. So it started with Arjuna's doubt, intelligent doubts from Arjuna. So you see Arjuna's position, how nicely he is questioning Krishna, so that many doubts of ours are getting cleared. Okay, how nice. So this is called Bhagavad Gita, the Lord's song. Okay, the Bhagwan's Gita. Okay, so that is called Bhagavad Gita. So it started with doubt. So Arjuna is asking 8 doubts. So let's revise the question. First is, what is Brahman? So Brahman is the soul. Okay, what is Adhyatma? The soul's nature is called Adhyatma. Third question, what is Karma? The reaction which binds the Atma to take body again and again, that is called Karma. Then Adi Devata, Adi Bhuta, and Adi Bhuta, Adi Yagna, and Adi Devata. So Adi Bhuta is this material world which is always changing. Adi Devata, and then Adi Devata is the universal form of Lord, which is pervading everywhere and maintaining everything. And Adi Yagna is the supreme person, which is residing in every person's heart as the form of Paramatma. Okay, then where does he resides? In the heart only. Okay, so these were the questions. The last question, how to attain Krishna or remember Krishna at the time of death. So that was the second part. So end of the life. So when a person remembers Krishna every time, then he can remember Krishna at the time of death. So we have understood the concept that death is like an exam, and that exam is very important. That exam will decide whether we will be going to Krishna Loka or whether we will be coming back to the material Loka. So that is the exam. Question paper is always with us, that we have to remember Krishna at the time of death. So for that, Krishna has given us preparatory time, and this preparatory time, this life is called preparatory time, and this life only we have to do the abhyasa and remember Krishna every time, so that we can finally attain Krishna at the time of death. Second thing was that the time of death is not fixed. Anytime death can happen. So we should start preparing from now only. Okay, with religiously, we should start preparing from now. Third concept, that death is a very big process, very painful process. So before that, we need small exams. So that small exams are our a small difficulty in our life, and we should test ourselves, are we able to remember Krishna in these times or not? So these are the testing times. Okay, so end of life, that was the things. And then attaining the supreme, how we can attain the supreme? By doing our duty as well as remembering Krishna always. Okay, then the last part, devotion. Okay, a person who is doing the devotion is not bereft of all those activity like charity or the penances or reading shastra, those things. So that was the thing we have read. Dead, the mnemonic is dead. Okay, so I hope you have understood the chapter. So I'll unmute every person to chant with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram.
Rama Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Okay. So I hope you have understood. So Mataji is asking, Prabhuji, I did not understand the concept of Goloka chart. Could you please explain what is the use of it and why do we need it? So I'll explain in 10th chapter. Okay. Actually, the Goloka chart, what is the about the spiritual world, material world? In many places of the Vedas and the Shastra, it is mentioned how the Vedic universe looks like, how the material world is there, and devotees has read all those things and compiled one chart that is called Goloka chart, from where we can understand what is the structure of the universe and the spiritual world and the material world. Okay, so in the 10th chapter, at the last of the 10th chapter, actually it is very big topic. Goloka chart, it actually will take 2 to 3 hours to fully understand, not fully understand, very few things of the Goloka chart. Okay. So we'll just overview the most important thing of the Goloka chart will take on that day, 10th chapter. Okay. Okay, so if you have any question, you please ask. Okay, we have 15 minutes. Any question, please ask. No question is there. Arjuna asked 8 questions to Krishna. Okay. So the thing is, only theory class is not important. Okay. The thing is, when people ask question, the concept of the chapter gets more clear. Okay. And when people ask realized question based on that. Okay. When we read, when we realize, and when we ask, that question clears many people's doubt. Like Arjuna is asking very realized question to Krishna, and that is clearing many people's doubt all over the world. So one question is there with us. Darshana Mataji is asking, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I get that what is good and bad I get that what is good and bad, yet I am not able to do the right things. What should I do? I know means the Mataji is asking, Mataji is saying that I know what is good and what is bad, but yet I am not able to do the things, right things. What should I do? I already told you what we need to do is A, B, C, D. Okay, we should associate. Unless and until see, without association, it is very difficult to do the devotion. Okay, any good activity or bad activity starts from devotion. A person smoking, you know how smoking starts. A person won't smoke directly. He will see other people smoking. He will have association of the people who they will smoke or drinking. Okay, so everything will start from that. So when we start doing devotion will start from the association only. So we should associate with that is the most important thing. If you found a right association of the devotee, 90% of your work is done. Please find a nice association. That is most important thing. Okay, so so the thing is associate with the thing is it won't be a sudden thing. Okay, so please dedicatedly find, pray from Krishna that I want to become your devotee. Please give me some association. Okay, please a nice association I want, so that so everything we depend on Krishna's mercy. The devotional life is also Krishna's mercy. So we pray for everything to Krishna. Okay, so we'll pray from Krishna. I want to dedicate myself to you. Okay, please give me some good association of devotees so that I can learn this art and I can dedicate myself to you. Okay, sincere prayer will help you. Okay, so that is the thing. Subrato Prabhuji is asking, is our life already decided before? Is astrology is the prediction of that? Yes. We know that the thing called destiny is already there, which is there in form of karma. When we are reading the 3rd chapter or 4th chapter, we are discussing the 3 doers concept. Lord fulfills the desire based on the 2 things, the karma and the whatever karma we have there in the past and the desire which we are desiring. Okay, so 2 things are always there. One is called the karma or the destiny, which is already decided, and the second is the free will which we have always. Okay, so it is like that. So every time we'll have 2 things. One is called destiny and one is called free will. Okay, so most of the part is destiny, which the things which you have already done, the past karma which you have already done. Okay, and based on that results are already decided. But the second thing comes is the free will. Okay, and free will decide the future now. Okay, the thing is, I'll give you an example to understand this concept. Okay, so that you can easily understand. You have boarded a aeroplane, which is going to Delhi. Okay, so now your destiny is already decided. You cannot change. You will be landing on Delhi only. You cannot go to Bombay. Okay, it is landing on Delhi only. It will land in Delhi only. So that is your destiny, that you will land in Delhi only. Now, where the free will? Free will is there when you are in the plane. What you are doing, whether you can listen to the lectures from the devotee. Okay, or you can hear the songs, or you can see a movie, or you can do many things. The thing is what you are doing. Okay, so that is your free will. So 2 things are always there. Your destination is already fixed that you will land to Delhi. But the thing is, after landing, okay, what is going to happen? Okay, so what you are doing at the time when you are in the plane, okay, so that will decide your later future. Okay, so that is the thing. So always we'll have 2 things. One is called the free will and one is called the destiny. So 2 things are there. Now astrology can predict that. Astrology can predict that. Okay, so this astrological calculation can predict that what is going to happen to our life. It is based because our karma is already fixed. Our the astrology can predict that. But the thing is, astrology cannot change our karma. So whatever things we have done, that is not going to change. We have to have the results of those work. Okay, so those works, those results, astrology cannot change. But yes, astrology can predict that. Okay, maybe it can delay the things. Today it is going to happen, then it may delay to tomorrow, but it is bound to happen. Okay, because we have done the karma and we are bound to have the results. Okay, so Subrato Prabhuji, I hope I have answered your question. Padmaja Mataji, Prabhuji, since Krishna is a form of Vishnu, then why do more people worship Krishna than Vishnu? Because of the rasa. Okay, because of the rasa. Okay, so there are actually when we read Goloka chart, the description, okay, so there are the original personality is called as Krishna. Okay, original personality. And Vishnu and Krishna are same, only just the different forms. Okay, and then the difference is based on the Rasha. Okay, Rasha, which Rasha the person is interacting with the devotee. Okay, so Krishna interact with the devotee in form of love. Also, it can interact. Okay, there is no rules and regulation. When you see Krishna is sitting with the Gwal Bal and he is eating the jutha or the remnants from all of them. Okay, a person who is seeing, like Brahmaji is seeing Krishna doing that, he got bewildered. How a supreme person can do that? So he doesn't seem to be supreme person, and then Brahma Vimochan Leela happened. Okay, so the thing is how Krishna reciprocate with the devotee. That is the difference. Okay, so Vishnu is the responsible post. Okay, so when Krishna is there in form of Vishnu, there are rules and regulations. There is no lovely exchanges. Okay, there is no, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh my friend. It won't happen. Okay, rules and regulation. You have to go to Vishnu. You have to prayers you have to do. Then you have to bow down in front of him. Okay, then you have to like application you have to give. Then application you have to getting forward. So official, like official. Okay, so that is called Dasya Bhav. So Vishnu has Dasya Bhav. Aishwarya Rasa is there. Okay, but with Krishna, this is not the thing. Okay, Krishna can be your children, Krishna can become your child, Krishna can become your lover, Krishna can become your friend, Krishna can become your master. Everything Krishna can do. Okay, that is the Krishna's form. That's why Krishna is called, when Krishna is there originally in his home, that is called Krishna. When Krishna is there in the office, that is called the Vishnu form. Okay, so that is the responsible post. Krishna personally doesn't do anything. Krishna has appointed everything to every person. Okay, and Krishna, when his personal expansion is there in the form of Vishnu, he does everything. Okay, so that is the thing. So that's why you will find worshippers of Krishna more than Vishnu. Can we simply say, so next question, HG Gupta, Prabhuji or Mataji saying, can we simply say that it will of Krishna only which makes a person involved in devotional service? If Krishna will is not there, then a person cannot. So will, so again you are telling about the will. So you are asking that it is the will of Krishna that a person will get devotion, or it is the will of Krishna that person won't get devotion. No, Krishna doesn't interfere with the free will. Okay, we have the free will and Krishna doesn't interfere with the free will. Yes, if we are having will that we want to go near Krishna, then Krishna will take 10 more steps to become near to us. Okay, so that is the thing. So Krishna doesn't interfere with our free will. Yes, but when our will is to go away from Krishna, Krishna won't say anything. If our will is there to go towards Krishna, one step will take towards Krishna, Krishna will take 10 steps towards us. Okay, devotees' personal experience are there that when they start doing devotional service and when they ask from Krishna to increase their devotional service, the devotional associations, Krishna gives 10 people. They ask 1 people, Krishna gives 10 people. Okay, like that. So that is the thing, personal personal experiences of the devotee. So your question is, can we simply say that it is the will of Krishna only which make person involved in devotional service? If Krishna will is not there, then a person cannot take name of Krishna at the time of death. Actually, everything depends on Krishna will. No. Thing is, Krishna doesn't interfere with free will. Whatever will is there, that is our free will. And based on that, Krishna responds. Krishna reciprocates. I award them accordingly. Krishna says, Ye yatha mam prapaddante tamstatheva bhajamyaham. As a person surrenders to me, I reward him accordingly. So what we need from Krishna, Krishna will give accordingly. Okay. Ananya Mataji, does our chanting and kirtan affect, benefit others in the surrounding? Does it help them too, consciously or subconsciously? Yes, that is called Agyat Sukriti. When we do, that is called Agyat Sukriti. When we chant, a person is hearing, maybe he's not a devotee, his devotional service are not there. So he's getting Agyat Sukriti. Okay, so yes, they will get benefited. Surikant Patnaik Prabhuji is asking, how can we attain ultimate reality, which is the state of pure consciousness beyond the limitation of time and space? Please explain in line of Akshar Brahma Yoga. So thing is, first thing is, we have to, the 2 things are there. Okay, I already told you 2 things are there always. Okay, so to understand the concept, that how can we attain ultimate reality, which is the state of pure. 1 minute, I'm getting call. Okay, 4 minutes are there for the class. After that, we'll take. So how can we attain ultimate reality, which is the state of pure consciousness beyond the limitation of time and space? So it is not that the consciousness is beyond the limitation of time and space. Okay, that is, the Krishna has 3 forms. That is, one is called the Brahman form, one is called the localized form, the Paramatma form, and one is called the personal form. Okay, so everything is originating from Krishna. The 3 forms are originating from Krishna. Okay, so we can understand through the Shastra. We cannot understand through our mental speculation. So we read the Shastra, so we can understand that. We read with association of the devotee, we understand that. Okay, and we read with pure consciousness, that is, we live a pure life, then we try to understand. Okay, like that. So in this way we can understand. Okay, Madhu S. Das Prabhuji asking, Prabhuji, you talk about the preparation for the death. You gave an example of how Bhishma prepared for the death, and you said that death has a lot of test to test if we will be able to remember God. Could you please elaborate more in respect to how can we prepare for death at this, even when chanting only 16 rounds is very difficult? That's why it is. So Prabhupada has, the process is chant 16 round, follow 4 regulative principles. That is the ISKCON. Okay, that is the basic of ISKCON, that follow 4 regulative principle, that is follow a pure life and chant these 2 things. If you are doing these 2 things, that is okay. And how we can do these 2 things is the ABCD process. Okay, so that is the thing. So the persons who are having this process, they are doing this process, that is easy for them to attain Krishna. Okay, Prabhuji, it is compulsory for gradually can increase. Okay, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, some say meditation means thinking of nothing, but you have been telling us to think about Krishna. That's what is meditating. The same question Arjuna will ask in the starting of 12th chapter. So let's wait till that time. So in which way we should meditate on Krishna? Arjuna will ask, Krishna will tell. Okay, what are the some tests for the journey of death, Prabhuji? So some tests daily we have having so much difficulties. Okay, the life is full of difficulty, and these difficulties are our test, so that we are able to remember Krishna or not. Sometimes big difficulties will be there, sometimes small difficulty will be there. So at that time, what we should do is we should try to remember Krishna, and we should have faith in Krishna. And at that time, if our faith is not strong, we should test ourselves that okay, our faith is not strong. We should try more and more. Okay, so read more, chant more, associate more. Okay, so that is the things. So okay, so these are all the questions we have taken. So we'll meet again tomorrow. So already our time is over. So we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you, Vaishnavi Mataji. Thank you, devotees, for attending the classes. Hare Krishna, devotees.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhave.